You're listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com for September 29th. Welcome back. I know it's been like a week on, a week off, but things have been happening.
I almost died a couple of times.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Sam, it's been touch and go, but we're just glad that you're sticking with it. Next week we have a special guest host, so that'll be fun too. So we have some fun things planned. Like we're not giving up on you, so don't give up on us. That's what I'm saying.
All 7 of you.
That was our sincere apology.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Forever yours, XOXO. I'm Andy, the host here. Sam, awesome producer. Janelle, you just heard her. She is awesome in the blue shirt. Yep. And are you in your the official Cheetos Bowl studio? Is that where you are, Janelle?
What?
Like the Cheetos Bowl.
The Cheeto jar.
Jar.
Get it right, Andy. Come on.
No, I know. No, that's long gone. I don't know what happened to that.
I'm going to get a glass jar and put Cheetos in it and stick it behind me.
We need to.
You know, some people
along with this little potato or this little nugget thing that my daughter crocheted for us, and the snake plant to help me breathe better down here.
Okay.
Nice. I like that. She should make more of those. That's awesome. Jenn is rocking
I'll see if I can get her to make more.
The Pippi Longstocking braids.
Yeah. Pippi's got nothing on these. You kidding me?
Weren't hers sideways though?
Hers
were fun fact. I was Pippi Longstocking for a few Halloweens growing up. I had super long hair that I would like sit on. It was so long. And my mom would braid it onto a dowel rod and it literally stick straight out. And I had to like turn sideways to go through doorways, but I won prizes, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's very popular.
That's commitment.
You know what? Show and tell. We need to see pictures.
Okay. See what I can find.
I was going to say there's got to be pictures. There's got to be pictures.
Oh, boy.
I don't know. Maybe that kind of leads into what we're talking today. It is Jesus Religious Sunday. And, you know, it's been a few weeks since we've joined together. So I need a little help of why we put the subject as who do I attract?
I believe we were talking about everyone has a type of person that comes into their life that just kind of makes things more complicated.
Yeah.
Yes.
You tend to find yourself in the company of a certain type of person again and again and again.
And not because you want to.
Right. You're not looking for it.
It just happens.
Mm-hmm.
What is that for you, Janelle?
Well, I haven't traveled alone recently, but when I would travel alone, I would always attract the person that would tell me their entire airplane ride.
Wow.
That seems right. You look like a good listener.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could have cared less, but of course I couldn't say that. So I tried to act as engaged as possible, but it was hard sometimes.
Were there any good stories or were they just kind of lame stories?
They were just kind of crazy stories like, I don't know why I'm sitting next to you right now.
I thought it was interesting when we flew from South Africa back to America, we got to talk to that guy who made that flight every week.
Yeah.
And I thought that's crazy. And he didn't do first class. So he was on an 18-hour flight every week.
Yeah. First class. Well, no wonder. You know how much first class costs, right?
Well, that's what he said. I remember him saying, I said, well, you're doing it every week and you're back here in coach with us? He's like, you don't know how much first class is to South Africa on an 18-hour flight. Oh, okay. Can you imagine?
Yep.
See, I thought that was kind of interesting, but maybe that's because that was the only interaction I had with him. You must have heard the rest of his life story.
It takes 2 days to get there, and it takes 2 days to get back. He doesn't have much of a week left.
No.
I don't know how that works. Maybe it's because you look friendly. You are a friendly face. I think Sam and I may have the non-friendly face.
Right. It's a little intimidating. I'm just going to say the beard, the red glasses.
Well, Andy regularly tells me I have RBF.
Yes.
So.
Resting bad face for the kids.
Yeah, that's it.
Resting bad face.
And I always tell him, no, I don't. It's not resting. It's acting.
I mean, when before we were friends in college, I would not get close to you because you always looked really angry. Really angry.
Yeah, I know. I get it. And in college, I was kind of always tired. So
yeah, that's true. That was probably part of it.
Why am I awake? And for some reason, I kept on signing. Oh no, it wasn't my fault. All the classes that I needed to take in ministry were all like 7:30 classes. Like there was no like later classes for the ones I wanted to take, and I needed to take for my major. So I'd be getting up at the closest time to getting to class that I can. So like it was at 7:30, I'd get up at 7:10, splash my face with water, and get to class.
Oh man!
The problem with college classes is whatever your earliest class is, it's still too early. Your earliest class could be 1 p.m. Still too early.
And it might have just been Northwestern because we had chapel at 10:30 every day. So I mean that didn't help either. They had to work around that as well. So
Jen, did you attract a lot of homeschoolers?
No.
You didn't?
What do I know of?
Who do you attract?
The homeschoolers thought I was weird when I was a kid.
Was it the Pippi Longstocking hair?
I wasn't homeschooled enough, if that makes sense. I wasn't.
Homeschooled enough.
My clothes didn't match the drapes. We didn't make our own sourdough. I didn't know.
You didn't make your own sourdough?
No, I do now, but I didn't then.
Right. I was going to say, if you do.
Well, it's in fashion now, so.
Sure.
We need to do that sometime.
I know we want to keep it light, generally. So to keep it that way, in my adult life, I've had generally men who are middle to upper age. I don't know how to classify that.
Gentlemen callers?
Older.
That want to talk
age.
to only me about nothing for as long as possible.
What?
And I've asked my brother or people that know me somewhat well, which is I think why we're doing this, help me understand. Why is this happening to me? Because I'm not speaking this out.
Are you calling Andy and I older to middle-aged?
No, you're just people that know me. And my brother's excuse is always, did you smile at them? And I was like, what do you mean? Like ever? And he's like, yeah. If you ever look at somebody and smile at them, it's your fault. I don't feel like that's correct.
Well, I mean, your brother's pretty good at avoiding people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't smile that often.
No, he doesn't.
The thing that I'm careful about is eye contact. Once you have eye contact, it's all over.
Don't make eye contact.
So whenever you're walking in the mall or you're walking through Sam's Club and there's the cell phone kiosk person, as long as you don't look at them. Like I've never been more interested.
For the most part.
I've never been more interested in whatever was on the other side of the wall of that shelf, opposite of the cell phone person, than when I'm walking like, oh, crackers.
Check out the ceiling.
I think it was a couple of weeks ago. I was at Sam's Club and the T-Mobile guy goes, "Hey man, can I talk to you for a second?" I said, "No, we don't need a new cell phone plan." He goes, "What makes you think I was offering a new cell phone plan?" I was like, "Probably the T-Mobile shirt that you're wearing."
Or maybe this was a desperate plea for just someone to talk to him as a friend.
Oh my gosh. And they don't shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a couple of times where I walked past and like, "Hey man, I got a deal for you." He's like, "No, I don't need it." He's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yes. And don't ask me again."
Mm-hmm. I love the last.
And as annoying as that's their job.
Yes,
it is.
Right.
And I don't care because that is the career path they've chosen, not me.
Sure. I understand. But the people that are talking to me, it's not their job. Why are they talking to me?
So
could be.
And I'm guessing this is mostly at church. This happens, correct?
Not just at church.
Oh, really?
It's better now that I have a baby with me almost at all times. That does help a lot. It also distracts me. Whereas I think I've made myself do this because I'm an introvert, that I do kind of make eye contact, or I'll do just a half smile as I'm waving, the Oklahoma kind of as you're passing by.
You would make a great Minnesotan.
One time when we were walking into Walmart, I was telling my mom, this was years ago, everyone looks at me when I walk, and I'm not trying to be conceited. Everyone looks at me. And she goes, "You just think that." And I go, "Okay, you start looking at people. I won't look at them." And she was like, "Everybody's looking at you." Yeah.
Some things in life, when you point them out, it becomes, all it takes is just that one thing to point out, and they're like, "Oh." like Heather and I were up north at a wedding, and I said, "Oh, we're far past the Twin Cities now." And this wasn't long after we were married. I said, "Watch this. When we walk into this Walmart, people are going to stop and stare because they don't have Asians up here." And she goes, "No, they won't." So I walk in, and
man,
it was like one of those record scratch moments, and they're like,
everybody freezes. Yeah,
we have one of those here. And,
oh my!
I mean, that actually even almost happened at my hometown where I grew up. And it was on July 4th, and I went with my grandpa to this thing called the Heritage Festival, whatever, and there was a Pokemon playing, and we walked in, and literally the band almost stopped playing, and everyone stopped what they were doing and stared at us. And like half of the I knew what was coming, but it kind of made me mad because like 50% of those people I grew up around at church. I was like, you guys,
you know me.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the beard. They didn't recognize me. But I think it's just all it takes is one. No, it doesn't bother me at all. I think white people are hilarious. I just think it's funny because if you don't find a reason to laugh, you're going to find a reason to be angry. And if you only find a reason to be angry, that's just not a healthy way to live life.
No, life's too short to be mad about it all the time.
So what kind of people do you attract, Sam? I don't know are you trying to say just people that are confused about Asians?
I've actually been thinking about this all week because I saw it was on the I saw it was on the list for today. And I attract people who seem confident but need therapy.
Wow.
Interesting.
And I have one particular story that actually points it all out. When I went to Trinidad Tobago on a mission trip, there was this one girl. She was basically our team's guide to show us around Trinidad, make sure we had everything we need, made sure we didn't get in any trouble. I was sitting in the chapel, just getting away from people. And she came in and she's incredibly attractive. And I'm not saying that because I attract incredibly attractive people.
Well, that's
not always the case.
Like a humble brag.
I attract confident people that need therapy. She sits down next to me, and and I was like, "Hey, you okay?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm fine." 2 seconds go by of silence, and it was the longest 2 seconds ever because I was like, she totally has something she needs to say.
Mm-hmm.
And so I turn and look, she goes, and then she goes on and on about the culture in her life in ministry and how much this other guy at the ministry wants to marry her and she's just had enough. The whole team knew he wanted to marry her because every time one of us talked to her, he got real mad.
Sounds like she's the Jenn in this situation.
Yeah, she is the Jenn.
I'm trying to have compassion for her, but me and her sound awful.
I mean, she was great, but I just because I often come off as arrogant, overconfident, and stupid sometimes. And that's just because that's a persona that I put out there. That's how I get to know people. I'm just like, hey, if I'm going to do something stupid, I want to see how you react. That's kind of my life. And I got married. But I thought for sure, like within the first half hour of meeting this young lady, that she hated me. Because she's like, she was telling us about kind of the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, and she's like, quarter of the people from here, quarter of the people from here, and quarter of the people are Korean. I was like, oh, like me. And she looked at me, she goes, no, not like you.
What do you mean by that?
I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, now I'm confused.
And yeah, this was like day 4 too. So we'd been there for a few days and just unprompted, I hear her entire life story and that she just needed to barf out all of her problems. And if I would have actually been the arrogant guy that sometimes people think that I am, I probably would have turned and said, well, you can come get married to me.
Well, I would have given her
I did not.
Tedious Traveler Award if she'd have been on my team.
The Tedious Traveler?
Tedious Traveler. Yeah.
So the person that you...
And I often get people just
spill their guts.
Spill their guts.
You look like you have problems.
you look like you understand.
You look like a therapist.
Being an outcast of society. Here's my problems.
I'll tell him I'm never going to see him again.
Now I know in college you did not have the beard.
I didn't, but if you remember, I had the goatee that was this long.
Because right now I feel like we should climb up some mountain and you would be on the top of it and we would be asking for advice.
Yeah, okay. I did actually put my hair up at one point today to see if I could do it. And it barely worked.
So you're the wise goatee man.
Mm-hmm.
I would get that now, but back in college, I don't get it.
No, I made it a point to be somebody different when I got to college. And I didn't, because I was actually kind of the same person, but super depressed in high school. So I tried to get rid of the depressed part of me.
I was dorky in high school too, Sam. And I just thought this is my chance to redeem myself and, like reinvent myself. And then I realized college is just like high school, but with tougher classes.
It's true.
And you're living by yourself, which is dangerous too.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw you. It was at a chapel when the student council, students, whatever, showed up. And suddenly there was a white dude with a huge fro and a tie around his head acting like a total moron. I was like, who's that guy?
Oh, you had an afro in college? Oh, yeah. I'm so proud of you.
It was glorious.
Yes. We need to bring that back.
All right, show and tell. Well, I can't bring it back. But we could do some show and tell. There's pictures.
Good.
You for sure have a picture of it somewhere.
Yeah,
because you have pictures of everything.
I'll have to look. But that's the Nugget. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com.
It's your turn, Andy.
Oh, Andy's avoiding the topic.
Is it us? Are we the people?
No. So every time, you're right. Every time I'm in a public place and there are kids around, pool, playground, amusement park, anything like that, people's kids that are not my kids gravitate to me.
Yeah,
good.
Kid magnet.
That means you're not creepy.
Well, but here's the problem.
Right?
In 2024, it doesn't matter. Like, you can't have kids, and especially when you're at a pool, and these kids are like jumping on me. I'm like, you can't touch me. Don't go. Like, go find your parents. Like,
you should stop coming to the park with a bag of candy. They'll leave you alone.
I'm like, I'm here with my kid. Here's my kid. And the problem is all the other parents are just on their phone, on the side, so they don't care. They're not paying attention. These kids just want someone to pay attention, and I'm the only adult that's in the pool or, like on the playground playing tag.
Well,
and so,
even when we have a bunch of families hanging out, the kids never want to hang out with their parents. They always want to go hang out with Andy. So I mean, it's I've seen it happen, and then Andy's just stuck with the kids all the time. We're all like,
I'm the babysitter.
Yeah, I guess we don't have to do anything now.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my lot in life, and it's bad. Yeah, exactly. At some point back in the day it would have been cool, but now it's just like, nope. I mean, instantly everyone's gonna think I'm the creep. So I go, nope. I just go back to your parents' kids. Nope.
You just wear a mask.
I feel like that would be worse. I'm wearing a mask and the kids are coming up to me. I don't know. I don't think there's any way to get out of it.
Eye holes.
I'm thinking of a shirt design for you right now.
Is there a
flap? I'll get back to you on that.
Flap?
No, but there is a Jesus on it.
That's the Nugget. That's the Nugget.
After all, this is Jesus Religious Sunday.
It is. There we go.
You know what Jesus said about the children?
Yeah, let the children come to me.
me.
Faith like a child. I am not Jesus.
Now you're like mega.
No.
Let the children go to Jesus, not me.
Right.
That's the name of the episode too.
What is it?
Children, comma, go to Jesus, comma, not Andy. There we go. NuggetHateMail@gmail.com. Let me know about the weird things, the weird people that you attract. Who do you attract?
We all got one.
By the way, teaser for tomorrow, we do have a Nugget hate mail from another country, an international Nugget hate mail. Another one.
Nice.
So coming up.